What is good, everyone? This is The Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network. As always, I'm Brand, joined by Cody and Dallas. Did I call myself Brand? I meant Brandon. Joined by Cody and Dallas. Brand, right?
Yeah. Brund.
You guys have a lot of nicknames for me that you haven't whipped out on the podcast yet. Just stick to the classic for the legal name.
We won't embarrass you.
Yeah, it's all good. We're going over, I believe the official title is F9. The Fast Saga. The Fast Saga, right? I'll probably just end up calling it Fast and Furious 9 the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know. F9 just sounds dumb.
FF9. FAF9.
Let me ask you something. There's probably going to be a 10. Might I suggest a name for the 10th one? Fast 10 your seatbelts.
There you go. That's beautiful.
There we go.
I like it.
In all reality, it's probably going to be like Furious X or something. FX or something like that, right? For like 10. That's probably what it's going to be. I bet a lot of money it has the X incorporated in the next one.
I mean, you have to. Maybe it'll go into triple X.
Oh, there's 30 of these movies?
Maybe that's how Vin Diesel becomes triple X.
Are you okay? So you're saying Triple X is like super in the future, or like all the Fast and Furious, or like
this is like the prequel?
Yeah.
Oh my heavens! And then he goes to Pitch Black. I mean, this is
this is groundbreaking stuff. This is all
just coming off the top of my head right now. Just everybody know that.
Oh my gosh, we just got a text from the FBI saying, "Hey, cut that out." Let us see. They're figuring us out. Yeah, we're about to get a search and seizure or something like that. We cracked. We
figured out Vin Diesel.
I know. Right?
That's why he couldn't go with The Rock.
Can you believe there's 9 of these? Well, is it?
No, I can't believe it.
Not counting Hobbs and Shaw, right?
No, that's not.
Yeah.
I guess it's part of the saga, right?
And it doesn't count Tokyo Drift either, right?
No, it is.
It does. Does it count Tokyo Drift? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it does now. It has to.
Yeah. Because Fast and
we are really going to talk about the Tokyo Drift tie-in.
That's why I had to go back and rewatch Tokyo Drift after this.
Did you go watch it?
Of course I did.
My personal favorite. Anyone who disagrees can suck it, but the freaking Tokyo Drift rocks, man. The movie rocks.
Movie.
No.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah,
it's so good.
Your guys' age are showing right now, just so you know.
That's true. Because
it's very nostalgic for you.
It came out 06.
06, 05. Yeah, I was thinking around there somewhere.
Yeah. So I was 10.
Yeah, see? You're like, this is awesome.
I was in middle school. Yeah,
I understand.
Drifting's cool. Drifting has always been cool, man.
I can't argue drifting.
No, you can't, yeah.
Argue drifting, please.
Yeah, try and argue. I mean, what's cooler, the quarter mile or like a drift track?
Quarter mile.
No way, man. No way taking the drift 10 times out of 10.
No.
You're outnumbered here, so...
I know, it's not.
Official poll drifting wins. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there you go. 2 out of 1.
Well, let me get your guys' thoughts on the saga, right? Are you guys Fast and Furious fans?
Yes.
Like, would you say...
Yes.
Yeah, like a solid, yes.
I used to be.
Up until when?
Until this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I might agree with that.
8 did it for me.
8 did
I could see 8,
like
yeah.
8? I didn't like that they kept doing it after Paul Walker.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think, Paul Walker's death.
Just
cut it. 7? Was that in a 7?
7, yeah.
What was 8? Did I miss 8? Maybe that's why I was so lost.
Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious.
That's where we get introduced to Ramsey and everything like that.
It must have been just as forgettable as this one then.
Yes,
so maybe
it was.
So maybe it happened for me last one.
A little less forgettable than this one, I would say.
I don't remember it.
No, I was struggling trying to remember some other stuff. But then when they would throw it back to the old nostalgia ones, I was like, oh, yeah.
I had to watch a few YouTube videos of like the Fast Saga summaries, like those 20-minute videos, like giving you everything you need. I did not realize how much has happened in this saga. I forgot the whole Letty amnesia, like coming back thing,
dead.
and coming dead, and then working for Shaw's brother and stuff, and all Deckard Shaw's brother.
I remember all that.
Oh, I completely spaced me.
Well, I remember it now.
Yeah, now that I bring it up, right?
No, I remembered it in the movie theater, but Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
That's impressive.
Well,
I was so lost like the first 10 minutes.
I
Same.
owned the first 6 movies of this.
Did you have the Will one?
Yes.
The Will collection?
Yes, I did.
That's pretty awesome.
It was
actually.
amazing.
That is cool.
So you are officially probably the biggest Fast and Furious fan.
Probably. It came out like
If there's questions, I'll be looking
it
to
came
you.
out like perfectly for me.
Did it?
Like 01 was the first one.
Yeah.
So I was 5. What's better than just fast cars?
Yeah.
And, it grew with me.
It grew.
My love for the
Yeah,
Nissan
fast
GTR and the Skyline really comes
see.
from the first one.
See, I was all the American
The muscle cars?
Oh yeah, muscle
No, of
cars
course,
all
but
day.
That's why I like straight lines. Fast.
All right, I'll give you that.
I mean, the
I am
Supras.
American. So.
We're going to talk about the Toyota too, because I'm pissed about what they did with it, but
Okay.
we'll get to that later.
I don't even remember the Toyota.
Either do I.
This movie is so forgettable.
Oh, super.
I had to say it was amazing over text to you so that you wouldn't go in with terrible expectations.
Oh,
I had no expectation.
Yeah.
I was excited to go into it and
I
be like,
wasn't.
turn my brain off. Well, because that's usually what Fast and Furious is, right?
yeah. No,
Just
I
go in and
agree.
turn your brain off. But I was way overthinking it, like the first 20 minutes, because I was like, who's that?
This is
What's that?
the one exception to that rule. I am very much hardcore into believing the escapism of movies, right? This is the one exception. The turn your brain off and just enjoy the mind-numbing action, like Hobbs and Shaw. Just dictionary example of how to do that, right? But with this, it was just too dumb.
What happened?
Oh, they're just going too far.
Well, they
Too much?
All of a sudden, they're introducing. Oh, apparently Dom had a brother the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Even though rewatched the 4th the other day, Mia literally says to Dom, "How do you say goodbye to your only brother?"
Yep.
Ooh, stupid. But then they bring back Han again.
Come on.
Because I mean, when they do the other one, they make it just seem like
A prequel to Tokyo
a
Drift.
prequel to Tokyo Drift.
Which is fine, but
Yeah, I don't know. And then they just bring him back. It's like just let him. We've already brought back too many people we thought were dead.
I know, I'm waiting for
I was expecting to see Gal Gadot, like, for sure in this. Like, I was honestly just like, all right,
wait
Han's
for it.
back, Letty's back, like, everyone's back. Like, all right, just...
I'm waiting for Toretto's brother's dad be alive. He didn't die in the crash.
Maybe. I faked
was all
my own
part-
death with the help of Mr. Nobody.
No, but what is that name?
Oh, just...
It's Kurt Russell.
It's
okay.
Oh, for sure.
I know, but
So
it's
it's okay.
a terrible name.
Nah, he's Mr. Nobody.
No, Mr. Nobody is a terrible name.
Let's get into rating it. Should we?
Sure.
I'm excited for the rating. Dallas, go for it.
As it can change, right?
It can change.
I was really hoping someone liked it. Dallas, I was really hoping that you liked it.
I probably liked it the most out of you guys, but
Probably.
it still wasn't.
This crap burger of a movie.
The only thing that this movie did for me was make me want to go back and watch the other ones because of how much I loved those ones.
Yeah,
you
fair
know
point.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So in doing that, though, it probably lowered my score because I'm like, oh, these first 4 are so good.
Well, I like 5. 5 is probably one of my...
Yeah,
5, 6, and 7 are top tier for me.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift is the guilty pleasure. Right, but when it comes
Fair
to
enough.
like
I'll give you that.
quality films, 5, 6, and 7 are.
Oh, I love 1. I mean...
I mean, 1, of course, that goes
Yeah.
without saying.
Okay.
I love the second one also because we get Roman Pierce or Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah.
He's
And it was
awesome.
all... Sorry, let's...
You gotta rate it, yeah.
Oh, I
give us a
gotta rate
number.
it. Nah, 4.
Okay, 4.
That's
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
yeah.
Cody,
3.
why so? Any words? with
I
it?
mean...
We'll get into
We'll
it.
get into it, but 3.
I need to say this. I need to officially say it on air. So, I have rated Wonder Woman 1984 too high. Because I'm starting to just realize like how bad it is as we watch these other bad movies. I think, well, it's
Did you watch it more than... Which one did you watch? 84 or this one?
Oh, I'd watch this over 84.
Would you?
Yes.
What did you get?
I'd probably take. We gave it 4s, but
Yeah.
I regret a 4. It's like a 1, honestly. Like it's unwatchable.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this a 2.
A 2.
A 2. Wow. Yes.
Wow.
And I've thought about that hard.
It's the first time you've ever had the lowest score.
think-
Yes,
It's the first
this
time.
is my first low score, and I'll give one
History
word.
has been made.
It has been made. It gives us an average score of 3 out of 10. I think this makes it our second first, our lowest, right?
Yeah.
I thought Without Remorse might be lower, but I can't remember what that was. I'll give you a reason why it's so
Michael
low.
B. Jordan movie. I was like, which one was Without Remorse?
I know, that's how bad it was. I give it a 2 for one word. Dumb.
Yeah.
It's just dumb, and it's not even like the enjoyable.
It's not enjoyable.
Dumb like Hobbs and Shaw. You know, it's not like,
Yeah, I enjoyed Hobbs and Shaw more. But
doing the haka in front of like a cybernetic army or whatever is dumb, but it's like an enjoyable dumb, like right on. But anyways, we're gonna get more into roasting this movie here after our break. Hey, stick with us. This is the Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network, going over F9. And not only are we just going over it, we are roasting it to pieces. A average score of 3 out of 10, I believe, our lowest score.
I think it's going to come down.
It might come down for
by
me.
the end of this.
I mean, I'm at a 2, so I can only go down.
You go down
ever so much.
You give a big 0.
I could, dude. I might.
Could you? You start at 10 and go down.
I do start at 10 and go down. You start at 0 and go up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think why I give it a 3.
Look,
maybe I'm just being nice because I love Fast.
I love Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that does play into it. A pity 3. Yeah. Look, for me, the 2, the beginning, the whole backstory of, Father Toretto or whatever dying in the nest.
Jack.
I don't even know. I honestly don't.
It was Jack.
We can call him Jack.
Jack, sure. I'm still calling him Father Toretto.
I like Father
Toretto. Look, that whole backstory with Dom and his brother. I can't even remember his brother's name. John Cena. Jacob. There we go. Right, like that's a decent work, right? If you're gonna play Dom as like the family man, right? Which this doesn't help a ton.
A huge hole in this whole franchise.
Well, I think they're trying to set it up as Dom wasn't always
about family.
Family.
I am Groot.
I know.
Hey, Vin Diesel didn't say family in this one though.
Didn't he?
No, younger Dom says family.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Young.
Trust me, I was paying very close attention to when so I could laugh when he goes family.
I think if you go into this movie thinking it's a comedy, you might enjoy it.
This movie feels like a Mad Lib.
Oh my
right?
gosh. I laughed audibly about 5 times during like the last 30 minutes.
And not like laugh because it's funny, laugh because it's stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Right? Like just,
dude, it's so over the top.
Oh yes.
I watched this by myself in IMAX theater just so everybody knows.
We're not going to get, we all know the part we're talking about. We have to save it to towards at least the third segment. We could talk about that. We can't talk about it yet. Okay. We can at least talk about this somewhat opening sequence. Yeah, right. Some plane crashes. Something important is about it. There's something important about it.
So we established during the break that I have not seen 8.
Yeah.
So I was very lost at the beginning. Were you guys lost, or was it just me?
A little,
but that's
so.
Also
did they retire? Did Dom and Letty retire to the country in 8?
No,
is that shown? Oh, okay.
No. But they do find out that he's having that kid or whatever.
Yeah.
That he has a kid.
No, he had it from what's her face that gets shot in the head or whatever. No. Remember when? I don't remember when it was. These old blurs.
I thought they had a kid. I was
7 and 8 kind of blend together for me.
Because like Letty and when he have a kid.
No, when he thought Letty
was dead,
he had a relationship with someone else. Can't remember her name. I think from 5, some chick in Brazil or something.
Yeah, it was The Rock's partner, wasn't it?
Yes, there we go. Has a kid with her. She gets shot in the head, but really dies, not like Letty getting shot in the head and just getting amnesia.
Or Han. Or Father Toretto.
Father Toretto, yeah. Rest in pizza, but... Look, so that's where the kid comes from. That's why... But... Oh, who was it? Was it Cypher who kills? We find out... No. Oh, I can't even remember, man. There's too much, right? There's some reason for him to join because it has to do with the dude who killed his son's mother, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going. He was going to stay home with Brian Jr.
Brian.
Who did they get to babysit?
Brian.
No,
Paul
no.
Walker's character.
Paul Walker's character was
Oh, did they mention that?
Yes.
behind.
Wait, what? Yes.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, they mentioned it.
How did I miss
Mia
that?
comes in when they're in their little, I don't know, secret hideout, whatever. And she's like, don't worry, they're in safe hands. And he's like, huh? She's like, they're with Brian. It's like, oh, okay.
How did dude, I must have totally spaced that.
Empty seat.
He writes.
I can pull down a whole wall. I can smack my head on a wall and be just fine. This dude is superhuman.
Okay, that's
talk
what I
about
did
that.
love about Tyrese Gibson's character. Just being like, are we invincible?
That first step.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
That goes too far for me, right? I mean, Fast and Furious is already a meme enough. Remember me saying that, calling it a meme, because I'm going to call it a meme specifically later, right? But the fact that he just straight up gets shot and, like, they don't do any... He, like, shows the bullet holes in his jacket.
Yeah, he's
just, like, right through it. He's all like, what?
I should be dead. He should be dead.
Yeah,
like
he
one
should.
against 14? Was that what he said?
Yeah, and he's just, like, firing off like Rambo. It just...
Yeah, that's
what?
That's what I said to myself when I was watching. I'm like, he should be dead.
And he just calls it out, and he's all like, I think we're invincible. There's nothing that can kill us. I'm like,
Mine blows up and
yeah, and it like
Luger's
lands,
like, well, he's dead.
and he just walks
around.
out.
I love it.
It's too far, especially the car. Like, dude, that's
They're
not,
playing into it now, and I like it.
Uh-oh.
no,
Score's
no way.
going up.
No way. His score's coming down. No, that's something you saw in like 60s Looney Tunes, man.
Yeah. It's very Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner.
Very Wile E.
I don't
Coyote.
care, man. They're going for it now. They've said they've embraced
It's too
it.
much.
They've embraced the too much though.
No,
There's some things you can get away with, and I think they did that pretty well with 5, 6, and 7.
Look,
Those are pretty outlandish.
yes,
the carrying the whole safe.
Oh, that was great.
yes,
That was
and then switching it out.
because that's at least, I don't want to say plausible, but I guess plausible, right?
It's more
Five's where it starts to turn,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then 6 and 7.
It starts to turn because of The
ridiculous.
Rock. The Rock brings in that ridiculous energy, right? They say, we got The Rock. That means we could get away with more than what we're usually allowed to get away with.
when they're fighting with like those huge wrenches and just hitting each
Yes.
other and just
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Look, and even the runway scene in 7, right? The runway scene that lasts like 15 minutes and is like 8 times longer than the world's longest runway.
It's such a long runway.
It's so long, right? But even that, it's like, okay, not like that ridiculous, but I'll like buy into it for the sake of the movie. There's none of that in this. No buying in for the sake of the movie.
The whole opening scene.
8's where it really turns.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta watch it.
With the literally, is it the Rock or it's Vin Diesel, right? Who catches
The torpedo.
the torpedo from a submarine
Of course.
and moves puts it on a different course so that it doesn't hit.
That is some strength. They gotta be superhuman.
Oh, well, they
Maybe
are
that's
because they
what
said they're
it's gonna
invincible.
be about.
Oh,
Maybe Dom died and was replaced. Cyber, like the dude in
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Which we have to figure out who the villain of Hobbs and Shaw is. Because remember, they never say who's behind all of that. We just hear a voice. Is it someone we know, or are they whipping out someone brand new, or was it Ryan Reynolds the entire time? I don't know.
I forgot he was in that.
Kevin Hart's in it too. You remember?
Oh yeah,
they're gonna
Deadpool's in it
yeah.
because he played Deadpool in.
They're jealous of Marvel and DC having all the superheroes. So essentially, they're just gonna make these guys superheroes.
Is this Universal? This is Universal.
This is Universal. Yes, Universal still owns the property rights to the Hulk. So maybe they have some gamma radiation stuff. You know, you're talking relating it to Triple X, man. We're bringing Fast and Furious into the MCU. You're not thinking high enough, man. We gotta broaden this.
Well, no, it's got to go Triple X and then Pitch Black and then
Hulk.
Yeah. It's all going to tie in.
Could you imagine Thanos is up there, and then all of a sudden you just see these guys all rolling up in their car.
Oh my
and he's
God.
like,
For family.
Through the portal with his Dodge Charger or whatever.
And then they race around Saturn's rings against Satan. That'd be great. Yeah.
You know, that's
Let's go.
That's the only logical step next is they get to hell somehow, right? That is the only step for, Fast 10 to go to, right?
we found out Dom made a deal with the devil, and that's why none of them can die.
And he's the new Ghost Rider.
Oh,
there
wow.
we go. We're figuring it out, man. This is a far better movie than F9. Whatever we're coming up with now is far better than what I just watched, right? Hey, stick with us. We're getting through the second half of the movie, or maybe making our own movie. I don't know. Anyways, this is The Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network. What is good, everyone? This is The Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network, going over F9. That's Fast and Furious 9 for those of you who are new here. Look, let's talk about something big. Right? Let's talk about the fact that Han is somehow alive and still heavily involved in all of this.
Because it's ego. It's making sense now. Kurt Russell is ego. He brought back.
Oh, gotcha.
Because he's magic.
There we go.
See,
that must be it.
We're going to start connecting MCU. Yeah.
Might as well, right?
Yeah. No, sorry. Well, Kurt Russell did make him, I guess, disappear from the car, right? How did you get him out of there?
I don't know, man. That's like the worst, fake death continuity retcon job ever done.
Yeah.
You watch, dude got T-boned, flipped, and then just exploded. How are you supposed to fake that?
Well, and then
Was it a hologram?
Wasn't it Deckard Shaw who T-boned him? Out of revenge for putting his...
Jason Statham put the bullet in his head, right?
Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bullet to his head.
Yeah, I swear
No, I don't think so. I think it just
crashed and exploded.
I thought the seventh one, he walks up and he's looking at him. They show him walking up and looking at him.
Maybe.
You would know more than I would.
Yeah.
I swear they basically
Jamie,
do
where's your laptop?
Yeah.
They basically
I could
do
pull
what
it up, but I do have the
what they did in the
laptop.
fourth one with Letty. They walk up to it and
Yeah. Right?
But
I don't know, maybe. No, I mean, regardless of what happened, I mean, you could gun him down, set him on fire, put C4 down his throat and blow it up. Either way, I mean, it's dumb that they brought him back and just say, my death was faked, right?
Yeah.
And then they have Kurt Russell played off like, oh, that's not even my best job. Oh, I could do better.
yeah.
You can do better? How do you top that, man?
That's why I thought Gal Gadot was going to come back.
Oh, for sure.
She just fell off an airplane, right?
Yeah.
is she too big now for the movie? So
Yeah.
she can't come back.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of the people that they bring back, this is their peak.
Yeah, no, this
Because Vin
is...
Diesel's not going to allow Gal Gadot to come, steal his thunder. Because
Isn't that what happened with The Rock?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they got John Cena.
And Jason Statham. He's just you guys. Except he was pissed about that too, wasn't he?
No, Diesel was pissed about the whole Hobbs and Shaw movie, right?
Yeah.
He hated the fact that they got their own spin-off.
I made this franchise.
No, you didn't. That was Paul Walker.
Paul Walker made this franchise. You're just along for the ride and living off of his legacy, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's it.
I think that's why I hate these last two so much, and why I didn't rewatch. Every other one, I have rewatched multiple times.
Yeah.
The eighth one, I watched one time in the theaters, and this ninth one, I will watch one time in the theaters. That's it.
I'm part of the Cinemark movie club, so I get free tickets every month, and I hate the fact that I used my free ticket on this movie. I can't believe it. There's good. I was looking at the lineup coming up. There's good movies coming out, man. Those tickets roll over. I could have been saving them. I had to waste it on Fast and Furious 9.
I wasted IMAX.
Yeah.
Even
You did waste IMAX, yeah.
even the action scenes was, man, I've never been so bored with something that had so much in it.
Yes.
I was bored watching this, and it has so much in it. The first chase scene, catching the car and the plane and everything like that. I was
I rolled my eyes at that.
I should be this is amazing.
and it's just like super magnets, and they just steal the super magnets, right? They're like, oh, you all left these super magnets behind, and we know how to use them. We're going to use them.
Let's talk about 30 seconds later when Vin Diesel runs into the rope hanging.
Oh my gosh! It just catches, it just swings it around. Come on, man. Come on. You don't have anything better. You can't. Just give me like by the way, I hooked up a grappling hook to my car before we left. At least give me that, right? Not just a, 300-year-old rope.
I honestly think it would have even been better if they drove off the side and
just died.
Aim for the bushes, right? Aim for the bushes. Finally got it.
Shoot.
Oh, shoot. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God.
It'd be like, there we go. That's a realistic fast.
Credits roll.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would not have been mad to pay for that.
Oh, no.
That's how you meet Satan.
There's a quote by Neil deGrasse Tyson that says, Armageddon breaks the rules of physics every 15 seconds. In that movie, I think Neil deGrasse Tyson should watch this movie and see, because this is just horrific. Right?
It's ridiculous.
You guys want to hear my biggest gripe though of all? The most unrealistic part?
I'm so excited.
No. Ramsey driving.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to drive. Right. She gets in.
And drives this big old van.
Yeah.
Not only that, a European van, which is stick shift.
Apparently it's a stick shift.
Yeah, and it's on the wrong side of the road. The wrong side of the...
Yeah.
Apparently she could drive. Well, she is European. She's got a little British accent. But still, no.
That's a good point.
That was the most unrealistic part for me. And then she started the truck.
Yeah. And Dom gets in. That's when you like move.
Like switch.
Yeah. No. He just like...
even Tej and Rome are in the back after they've done fighting those guys. They're just like sitting there watching her drive.
Yeah. No.
Okay. That was the most unrealistic part.
I don't believe you. I don't. There's no way you can think that's the most unrealistic part when they send a Pontiac Fiero into outer space.
Oh, we gonna talk about it?
Let's get to it, man. I can't hold. It's just dumb. Here's the thing. Remember when I brought up it's a meme?
Yeah.
This was a meme 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You remember everyone's like, for the next Fast and Furious, we're going to go into space. Yep. That's like the joke. Like everyone was making fun of it. It's like, Fast and Furious ends when they go into space. And they don't even go into space. I'm like... They don't have like an Elon Musk cameo where they get hooked up with SpaceX.
No.
Or something.
The guy who's been in Tokyo Drift this whole time just decides to make rockets.
I know.
Bow Wow and Lucas Black.
Yeah.
What happened? What?
And it's not even on a... They just strap it to a plane, and they send Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris.
They strap it to... Oh, that's right. The Fiero. They strapped it to the plane.
Yes, right. And then it goes... And you're just... And then this is where it gets really bad.
Who's flying the plane? Who flew the plane?
The Tokyo Drift kid.
Okay.
Well, the Asian guy or Lucas Black?
Both of them.
Lucas, both. Yeah, both. Whatever. Okay. It's bad enough that they send a Fiero to space. Right? It's really bad that they crash it into a satellite and then get rescued by the International Space Station. Look, hold up. Our producer is muted, but I can see him. Brian, give me a head shake, yes or no. Do you believe that what we're describing is actually in the movie? Does this sound fake to you? Yes, he's saying this sounds...
He doesn't believe it, and he believes it.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like a 5-year-old boy who has, like, cars, and he's all like, no, I'm going to put the car into the thing, and it's going to go to space, and it's going to crash into a satellite. It just sounds...
Is that what the producers did? They were just like, let's get a bunch of kids together, give them toys, and let's see how wild we can make this. We'll just write down everything they're saying.
Oh, probably. And then while they're all just sniffing enormous lines of Coke. Just huge, right? And they're looking at Mad Libs. No, that's what they have a Mad Libs thing. They're all like, they have a bunch of people. All right, give me a noun. Pontiac Fiero. Give me a place. Outer space.
That's fantastic.
Give me someone who rescues someone. The International Space Station. Ludacris. All right, who are sending to space? Famed rap artist Ludacris.
And former male model, Tyrese.
Former male model, Tyrese Gibson. Right? That is why this is a 2. That is why
This is a 10.
Flawless.
No, the score is going up. The more we talk about it.
Oh, this is terrible. That Mad Lib, I'm almost positive that's exactly how they wrote this.
It's a coked up Mad Lib
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, we should sell that.
That's
Fast and Furious Mad Libs.
You know that's going on the Instagram. When I put our scores on the Instagram, I'm going to describe it specifically as that, the coked up Mad Lib that is F9.
Sounds good. I like it.
All right. Who can we? Apparently, John Cena's interested. Oh, we
Yeah,
have
there's the new
we have a
person.
story for you guys.
John
He's
Cena.
still trying to play catch up to The Rock.
He is.
Yeah.
He is, right?
We can't get The Rock. Who can we get? John Cena.
And you know who's in third place? For Dave Bautista.
Oh,
For
I think Batista's passed him.
John Cena?
Yeah. What's the movie I just watched him in? That was good.
Army of the Dead.
I mean, yeah, he did good in that.
He did do good. I didn't get
I
we
liked
were
it.
going to review it, but I
I
didn't.
liked him in that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I hated that movie.
Well, the movie's terrible.
Yeah.
I liked him in it.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This was
okay.
Army of the Dead was pitched by Snyder to WB as one of his new lineups.
Batista did good in whatever it's called, 2049, whatever. What's it called? Ryan Reynolds. Yep.
Blade Runner. Blade Runner, 2049.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Well, you're right. He's all right. He did good in the James Bond too. Anyways, stick with us. We are going to finish up our thoughts on F9 as if we can even get any more out. There's plenty left. This is the Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network, going over F9. Now, there is something we forgot to do. We forgot to mention whether or not it's worth a watch. Now, maybe spoilers already, but that is a big part of what we do. A big part is our worth it, right? Because there are some, I may take a shot in the dark here, but you may rate Tokyo Drift low, but you may say it's worth it, right?
We've done that. I've done that.
There's been
I rated it low and said worth it.
And there are, good movies that may not be worth it. My example is always that Oscar winner from 2017, Shape of Water or whatever it was. A good movie, but
Not worth it.
no, not worth it at all because it's just whatever, right? So let's go around real quick, and then we'll get into some other dumb things about this one. Dallas, is it worth a watch?
No. Because after the 7th one, they should have ended it.
I agree.
Because Paul
Yeah,
Walker made
it's
this
Paul
series.
Walker.
I
And
agree.
they literally, when he died, they said, okay, we'll finish this one and then we're done. And
Yep.
then they started making the 8th one. And they're like, well, we're doing this one for Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. How the heck are you justifying this 9th one then?
You're not.
Money grab.
Money
grab.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know.
Remember, this was supposed to come out like a year ago.
So,
I mean, the wounds are fresher when they were making it, is what I'm getting at.
yeah.
Right. So with Paul Walker still on the mind and even being referenced in this, it's a money grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go through that and then we could talk more about Paul Walker.
Cody, worth it or not?
I usually like to give a worth it just so people can make up their own minds, but I don't even waste your time or money on this. It's not worth it. For me, at least. I mean, kind of sad, at least. I mean, it's only $13, but it was $13 I could have spent somewhere else. Don't do IMAX. If you're going to watch it, wait for it to come out on TV or something that's free to rent on something.
Or on HBO Max. I'm sure they'll put it on
or
there
something on that. Yeah.
I would even say it's not even worth it on HBO Max.
Fair enough.
It's not. The franchise needs to die or move in a different direction. Or, here's a hot take, get back to the somewhat lower level crime street racing type. Get back in the feel of the first one.
Yeah.
Right? People say, oh, it used to be all about street racing. Dallas and I were talking earlier. They weren't, they're not always all about street racing. Like, even the first one was the crew stealing DVD players. My gosh, that shows the age.
That's hilarious to rewatch. Like,
Yes, it is.
The big thing, because it's the TVs with the VCRs was like the big thing.
That was the big thing. With the combo
Yes.
VCR and DVD player.
Yeah. And that's what...
Anyways, but
High
like,
quality.
look, I agree. This should have ended after F7, and what they should have done is just put all your energy into the Hobbs and Shaw type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hobbs and Shaw should have a trilogy before they even think about doing any other Fast and Furious within the Saga movies.
Yeah, I agree. Unless they take all our suggestions we suggested today, then I am on board.
I think there should even be a Tokyo Drift prequel on the street racing before Han gets there.
That'd be cool.
Right? I mean, you have enough.
As long as the races are straight.
That's.
No, oh, come on.
I think they should go back and just revisit everything.
Or just kill it.
Do what
It should be done. I agree with what you said.
Yeah,
It should be done after Paul Walker.
Yeah.
They're for sure going to 10. There's no way they're going to leave it at 9,
Well, especially if they make money on this.
which they are. $70 million opening, pandemic high.
Yeah.
Right? Whether we're still including these box office numbers to be pandemic or not. Right? Pandemic high. So, yeah, it's a money thing. And it's like a end on an even number thing, maybe.
They'll go up
right?
10.
For the X, for the sake of the X. Right?
7 would have been a good number.
I think 7 would have been fine. But the fact, and it bugs me too, they just keep hinting that Paul Walker is gonna like come back in type of thing. I'm waiting for them to CGI him in.
Oh, I think there'd be people up in arms if they CGI'd Paul Walker back in.
I'm waiting for it to happen though.
There's no way.
Because
You think?
I think if they would have done it, they would have done it at the end of this one.
Well, that's what I was waiting for.
I was waiting for him to get out, but
But if they are doing a 10th, I feel like they're gonna do something.
Something big. I don't know.
Bring it back to family.
Hey,
someone once gave me a 10-second call and a second chance.
to take a car. You know what I was going to say? You guys remember, what was the name of the drag races in the first movie?
Street Wars?
No, it was called Race Wars.
Race Wars, yeah.
There we go. There's something that hasn't aged well, because I was gonna say, I was about to say, hey, bring it back to Race Wars, and then I was all like, oh wait, yeah,
Bring back the race.
we want the Race Wars. Bring it back. We want Ludacris versus Vin Diesel.
I hope that doesn't get taken out of context.
For sure. Woke mob is coming after us for that, for sure. It's all good. But look, they need to take a step back. What are we even talking about anymore? This podcast has become as much of a Mad Lib as this movie. Because you know what? We haven't even talked about the whole like armored train through the streets of Europe thing.
We don't need to.
The indestructible train?
Yes, that has to be destroyed with magnets.
And 2 cars.
And 2 cars, yeah.
How
Flipping
many
it over.
Flipping it over.
How many times is Vin Diesel going to catch someone off a car?
Oh my gosh.
Because it happened at least 5 times in
it's
this
like
movie.
an extension of himself. It's a car.
Him in the car one.
Yeah.
It's his family.
Immortal. It's an engine. It's immortal for 100 years, apparently, according to his dad's
Yes,
math.
that's true.
Something that's immortal only lives 100 years.
There's a lot wrong with. Here's something I said I was going to bring this up. Something that really bothers me is during that scene, Han comes in with the Toyota Supra, and there is no drifting to be found in this movie. I thought we'd get some sick scene of Han.
If you're going to bring back the Tokyo Drift characters,
Yeah, have him drift.
Have him drift. Yeah.
do some drifting.
Yeah.
Something.
How do they describe drifting in the movie? Don't they call it like some like Japanese art form, or isn't it something like that, right? They describe it like that. Bring some of that in, man. Bring some culture to the movie.
Oh my gosh, it just reminded me of a part in the movie. So you're telling me there's only one Mexican flag in Tokyo?
There's one.
And it happens to be at the part where they're just eating?
They're just chilling, having some beers, having some ramen, you know?
Mexican flag. It's gotta be in there.
It's Han.
Yeah, it's on. It's for sure. He still left his Mexican flag up after 10 years or whatever it's been since then.
Yeah, what is the timeline on this?
I have no idea. No clue.
There's no physics. Nothing makes sense. Physics don't make sense. Time doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense.
Because technically there's only one movie in between Han's death.
Sorry.
Kind of two? Isn't
No, he dies in the 7th. Technically.
Han? Dies after the 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's in it in the other ones, right?
Yeah,
He's in
so there's only one movie. There's only F8.
Oh, yeah. He's only not in
F8.
Okay, so that means Tokyo Drift has to come
In between 7 and 8.
Oh, that timeline's so wrong. All of a sudden, that is so wrong.
Bow Wow looks 40. Lucas Black looks 45. You know what I mean?
Lucas Black has not. I mean, he already looked old for being a high schooler.
He was 30 playing a high schooler.
He was essentially Tobey Maguire in the first one.
Yes.
30 something playing a high school kid.
I'm gonna lower my score.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it.
Let me hear it.
You're gonna hire it? Go ahead.
Okay, go for it.
Just for
No.
the more we've talked about it,
You don't like it more, you hate it.
more-
You're not even going to recommend it. You can't give it a higher score.
it's a flawless movie. No, it's still a 4 for me.
Still 4 for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you lowering it to?
I'm going down to a 2.
You're joining me on the 2 train.
Unless you want to lower yours.
No, I'm sticking with the 2.
All right.
Look, the sort of prequel stuff with Father
2.6.
Toretto and
2.7.
we'll call it a 2.7.
Yeah.
Just
Not
for the
worth
sake of nostalgia. Not worth it.
Oh my gosh.
It's tough. But look, I think we're in the masses with this one. I did a lot of research on IMDb and stuff. It's been getting very low scores. Every now and then you get the, 8 out of 10, the Fast and Furious apologist or whatever.
Well, if you look at it from this angle.
That's what I was trying to do this whole podcast.
They're reaching to find something that's not there. Do you think there's fan theories for this?
I think our fan theories were just
Our fan theories are the best, right? Anyways, 2.7, that's what we're going to call it. 2.7 out of 10. Not recommend from all three of us. This has been our review of F9. Look, if you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, like the video. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, subscribe, SoundCloud, Spotify. We are everywhere. Subscribe. Come back every week. Follow us on Instagram. Interact. Thank you to everyone who voted on our summer blockbuster movies last week. Great turnout. Really got a lot of interaction, a lot of engagement. We love that.
Brandon won.
I may argue that Cody won, but it's
all we know is Dallas lost.
You won in your heart, Dallas. You got all the ones you wanted. Anyways, hey, thanks for sticking with us. This has been the Common Critic on the Fed by Ravens Media Network.